Here we go. All right, so we're gonna play in this qualifier for CCT. I'm gonna play e4 on move one. Here we go. Let me change the scene, of course. Let me adjust it. Where is this scene? Wait a second. Okay, let's play d4. This 10+2 game, very slow, so I'm gonna close chat and away we go. Let's play knight d2 here. Let me adjust this. Title Tuesday scene, Title Tuesday standing should be showing. There we go. All right, here we go. All right, round 2 of the CCT qualifier. Qualifier number 14. We get the French. He plays c5. I guess I'll play knight f3 and take here. Knight c6. Now I can take on d5. I can take on c5. I can also play bishop b5. There's 20, 30, 20. So let's think about what I want to play here. I think what I'm going to play here is I'm going to take on d5. Queen d5 is probably the main line. E takes d5 also playable though. So let's keep going. Scene looks good as well, so we're all good. Takes. Let's play bishop b5, pin the knight here. Goes knight f6. So I think knight f6 is slightly dubious. Bishop d6 is considered the traditional best move. And I think the reason for that is now if you play bishop d6 takes, there's a rook e1 check. There's a rook e1 check here, which is why you go bishop d6, because you want to follow it up with knight g7. So for example, after bishop d6 castles knight ge7, there's no threat with a rook e1. But now that he's played knight f6, if he moves and if he moves to like d6, I can check, and if he blocks, I take on c5. And if he goes to e7 here, takes check, bishop e7, then I can maybe even go queen to e2, winning the bishop. So now we take the pawn. As I said, if he castles, I have knight b3. If he takes, he runs into rook e1. That's why knight to f6 is a little bit dubious and not the best move here. Time control is 10+2, by the way. So he castles, so I'll go knight b3 to guard the pawn on c5. We're on 0 out of 0 because I'm late joining, but I got the email yesterday about the play-in, so let's see how it goes. Goes knight e4. So I go bishop e3, there's bishop g4, but then h3, bishop h5, bishop e2 should just be good. So let's go here, guard the pawn on c5. Goes bishop e6. Okay, now I've just consolidated the extra pawn on c5. So the key is, how do I play this? If I go here, he trades. Rook e1 looks like just a logical move. c3, knight d4, f3 down the road. Knight a5. So he's trying to trade the knights. Very, very good move by my opponent. I didn't see this move. Maybe I can go knight d4. Yeah, I didn't see this move. That was a mistake by me. I guess I'll go here and trade the knights. We'll see what he does. I mean, I can still go bishop d3 and play against a slightly weak pawn on d5 here. There's also maybe bishop d3 as well, or just c3 and then bishop d. I'm not super enthused. Now queen c7 feels slightly wrong, but not bigly wrong, just very slightly wrong. I think I'm gonna just win an endgame. Maybe just like queen d4 and bishop d3. Oh, whoops, that's a mistake by me, by the way. Whoops, that's actually just a mistake. That's just a huge mistake. Go here. Go rook b1, attack the bishop. That was a mistake. I didn't see bishop f6 at all. Still hanging on though, still not that bad. Once I get bishop d4, see what he does. Bishop a3. It's an odd move. So now I have c4. Yeah, because now takes, and I think I'm very much back in the game. I think if he goes back to f6, it could be very bad for me. Because now I also have like knight d4. There are all kinds of tricks on the third rank as well. Again, not allowed to have chat open when you do the qualifier, so that's why I don't have chat open, for anyone who's wondering. Down to 7 minutes. See what he does here. Takes, which is not great. Well, first of all, I have queen e4, takes, bishop c5, rook c1. Just need to make sure there are no tricks there. b1. Yeah, I don't see it. Okay, let's take and take. Now it's even material. I'm gonna get b4 to trap the bishop, and it's looking very, very pleasant. I have bishop d3 to hit the diagonal too. Looking very, very good for me. There are all kinds of threats on these diagonals too, so it's looking pretty good for me. So basically, I guess it's 9 rounds. If I win all 8 games, then I will qualify to the next round, which I think is the not knockout. Sorry, it's the play-in event that I wasn't able to play for the previous event. Okay, he's using a lot of time here. Let's see what he does. Wow, he finds a5, which is a insanely good move. That is annoying. I'm not going to pretend it's not annoying. I was hoping he wouldn't see that, actually. So I guess I'll go... I think I'm going to go here to threaten mate, and I'm going to play like queen h4. Bishop. I have bishop h6, I guess. Let's go here, attack the rook. Go here, attack the bishop. If takes, I can take, I guess. I mean, I'm not thrilled by the position, but it's what it is. So he takes, which is not correct. Definitely not correct. Okay, let's take. We have 7. Of course, I will go back to e2 and then play like queen c2 or something and play on. Let's take. I'll just pre-move it in case he takes. I didn't play the first round, for anybody who's wondering. Anybody out there? Okay, so it was there. Bishop on h6 is well placed, but I have to do something. I mean, I can play h4 here maybe. I think what I want to do is I want to leave the bishop planted on h6 base. So I need to plant the bishop on h6 to where he can't remove it. So maybe I can even go h5 somewhere, maybe, but we'll see what he does. There's rook c8, logical. Not super concerned though, because I think I can just take. Now I think I can play g3 or rook d1. Yeah, I don't see the tactics. Takes, I just take. If queen f5, I have queen c4. There's bishop f8. He's trying to draw the game. I'll take. Okay, but now I feel like I'm starting to get a little bit of an upper hand here, like rook d6, rook b6. I mean, this still is not going to be easy to win, but it's looking pretty good for me, objectively. It's 10 plus 2 for anybody who's wondering. So if I check, Let's see what he does here. Logical. Go here. This actually is not winning for me if he plays this correctly. Okay, he goes queen d7, which is a blunder though, because now I can wait. Rook b6, queen d1, king h2. The pawn is guarded. Queen d8, rook b7. This should be winning now. Take. So on check, I have king h2. He can't take because of the pin. If he goes queen d8 to hit the rook and hit the pawn, the queen guards. So I think I'm just winning here. I go here. Plays queen d2. Now I have rook f6, which I think just ends the game. The pin plays, and that's GG. I also covered the multiple checks that he had, so that's GG. And after queen d7, I assume with like g4, I must be winning. Even if I trade the queens, it's hard to believe that isn't winning. Yeah, if this isn't winning, I don't know what it is. The point is he's trying to go queen c7 check, so f4 breaks the pin. It goes there. I mean, let's think about it. This is really not a winning king upon endgame. It's almost impossible to believe that this isn't winning. King f3, king d4, king takes 6, king. No, this must be winning. King c, king. Nah. King c3, h5 takes 8, f6, a4, f7, a3. It is winning. Yeah. This has to be winning. Yeah, if this isn't winning, I don't know what is winning. Yeah, king d4 h5. I was calculating this takes king c3 f5 takes f6 a4 f7 a3 f8, and then it's a2, and then I can just play queen f6 and win the game. And otherwise my king gets over, so he doesn't have any way to stop. King d4 is the only attempt, but goes to c5, which wait, king. Okay, I've got time. So king e4, king b4, f5 takes, f6 a4 f7 a3 f8 wins. Yeah, simple basic maths. We're gonna get a win here. I push and I push. Yeah, and he resigns, so we win the first game. 1 up, 1 down. We had to skip the first round, so we're now on 1 out of 2 so far. Yeah, this is the qualifier for the I think for the next knockout event, but I could be wrong. But we got the win, so 1 out of 2. Who do I think is the best chess player in history? Garrick Sparber, Magnus Carlsen, one of the two. No doubt, one of the two. So yeah. All right, so we got the win, 1 out of 2. Next game coming up in a second, and I will take my first break, go use the restroom, and we will be right back. We're on 1 out of 2, so I have to win every game in order to qualify. I have to win every game. Okay, here we go. Round 3. Let me close chat, and off we go. Off we go. All right, we're playing Varun Christian Chess 2296. 10 plus 2 is the time control. Plays e4. I think I'm gonna play a Sicilian. Why not? I could play my moderns, of course, probably good enough, but let's play a classic Najdorf. Let's see. This is an FM, so pretty strong player. Maybe I should play a dragon in honor of the speed run. Let's play a dragon or a Dragdorf. No, let's play a Dragdorf. He's less likely to know the Dragdorf than be a tryhard in the dragon itself. Now, objectively, the Dragdorf is a little bit shaky. It's not a great opening, but it's relatively playable. I think against players at this level, it definitely should be playable. See what we get here. So I'm going to play knight b7, rook c8, maybe e5, maybe b4 next move and go from there. Let's see. I think there's a break after round 3 though. I think the break's after round 3. Let's play knight bd7. I'm going to go rook c8, maybe b4. Try to play on the c file here towards the king. I mean g4, because if he goes g5, I just go knight h5. So he's gonna have to play h4 h5, but I think this is a little bit slow here, because I'm gonna go b4 e5 d5 and strike in the center immediately. Let's see what he does, because g5 knight h5, then his whole pawn push doesn't happen. If he goes h4 h5, I mean, it's possible, but I have b4 e5 d5, these 3 pawn pushes, and attack on the file, attack in the center of the board immediately. very much a situation where it comes down to how he's going to react to this attack. See what he does here. He's using a lot of time here. We're already up 1 minute, which objectively doesn't matter that much. It only starts to matter once you get to maybe like 2 minutes as the position is complicated, but you do want to move quicker in general. You just don't want to move too quickly now, because if you move too quickly and you blunder, your opponent will have way too much time to put the game away. See what he does. He's using a lot of time here. Goes A3. Okay, so A3 stops B4. Reasonable choice. So now I have a choice. I mean, if D5 just G5 looks bad, I lose a pawn. So the whole E5, B4, D5, the whole strike in the center idea doesn't work. So now I think I have to revert to a classic dragon-ish idea, which is to put a knife on C4. And the question is, do I go to B6 or E5? I think I'm going to go to B6 and aim for knight C4 right away here. Let's see what he does. Bishop G7 also completely reasonable too. See what he does. Using a lot of time again. Nah. I mean, G5 always a move still. Okay, he's deep in the tank. So we've built a nice 2-minute time advantage, which is always a good start. 2 minutes, good time advantage, very healthy. He's thinking, trying to come up with something instructive to say, you guys, because okay, so he goes H4. Okay, so I kind of expect that. Now I assume here I should play H5 to attack the pawn. I do have to be careful when I play H5. I mean, he's gonna, if he takes, I just take and I'm fine. He's gonna have to go G5. That looks highly suspicious. Wait, but do I take with the knight or the rook? Actually, now I'm not sure. I'm gonna take with the rook. It's got to be correct to take with the rook. I know, if I really don't like G takes H5. I think G5, F4, F5 is traditionally how you're supposed to approach these positions, but I could be wrong. Of course, for everyone who's watching, we will cover the JSCC, the grand finale, which is happening a little bit later on between Ranak Sadhwani and D Gukesh, the two Indian junior players. So we will cover that a little bit later on for people who are wondering about that event. But right now we're playing the qualifier, the CCT qualifier. I've got 1 point out of 2, so I do really need to turn it on and maybe win every game, honestly. But I've got a great position here. I've got the double fianchetto. White has no attack on the king side because he traded the pawns. F4 weakens E4, so he can't really start pushing P. And if he can't push P in the long term, I think this diagonal is going to be a huge problem for white. I also have knight C4. All my pieces here are very harmonized. Don't know what this song is, but it's pretty good. What is the song? Remedy featuring Stevie Nicks. Okay, he goes bishop H3, but now this gives me knife to C4. And again, similar to what I said about GMHikaru, knight, I always say knife on F5 or F4, but it's the same thing when someone castles queenside. If you get a knife on C5 or C4 unopposed, it's worth a lot. It's worth a ton. Like, this queen is so soft here on D2. B2, A3, very weak. I can go rook C5 here. I can also just go rook C7. I'm looking at knight B2 and some kind of sack, but it doesn't look right. So let's just go rook C5. Why not? Maybe I'll even sack the rook, or maybe I'll sack the knight, or something else. We'll see. He goes knight E2. So he's really begging me to go in for the kill here. Queen A5 is like going brute for the all-in attack. Kind of like it, actually. Yeah, let's go queen A5 here. Because I'm looking to maybe sack and just crush him on the diagonal, as well as the C file here. Looks really hard to play for white. Lot of pressure here. Knight a3 also a big threat. Also, by going queen a5, he was threatening to maybe play queen takes c5 and trade the queens. So queen a5, very useful move here. See what he does. Looks really hard to play for white, though. Really hard to play. It's down to 5 minutes, so looking very good here. Looking really good. See what he does. Also, like, if he moves the knight to like b1, for example, then he loses to knight takes pawn and checkmate on b2. So really tough position to play. Really tough position. See what he does. He's down to 4 minutes and ticking. Goes e5, so he tries to close the diagonal temporarily, which, I mean, it's a move because now at least when I take or something, he has time to try and do something else. But I still think, I mean, if I take, maybe there's queen a7. Maybe there are tricks here. Okay, so let's just be sensible and take with the knight, because if I take with the rook, there's something like queen a7 is some kind of funky checkmate idea because of this diagonal or something. Like, it does, I mean, I'm sure it's winning too, but it's just why allow any of that if I can just take with the knight and target the pawn at f3, and he has no entries on the queen side. Very good position here. See what he does. Okay, now for the memes, I gotta go for it. I gotta do it. I gotta sack the rooks, not the rook, but sack the rooks. Let's sack the rooks with rook takes c3. Very thematic sacrifice here. I have to do it. If I don't do it, what am I even playing chess for? And I'm gonna use all these minor pieces. Okay, yeah. In chess, you always have to be careful with your terminology, because of course the bishops and the knights are called the minor pieces, but it's like, you know, generally in chess lingo, sometimes you say something like, you know, you'll sack the rook for like a minor piece, or the minor pieces, and I mean, it's very easy to actually like say the wrong thing, because for whatever reasons the rook, the knights and bishops are called minor pieces. The rooks and the queens are called the heavy piece. I actually don't know what they're called. I think they're called the heavy pieces, or the heavies. So I have to be careful what you say. So he takes, I will take back with the bishop. I don't care. I don't care about the rooks. I'm sacking both the rooks for the memes. Oh wait, did I just blunder? Oh wait a second, I missed rook g1, but I can still go knight g6, and I think I'm winning still. But now I have to block it because he's threatening mate in 1. Actually, I almost just messed this up. So I'm going to be down 2 rooks for a bishop and a knight, but his king is very weak. I have very active bishops, and I think I'm doing well, but have to be careful how I play this. Probably I'm still winning, but I missed rook g1 completely. So I just thought he had to take. I go knight c4, and I just went on the spot, but I suspect it's still probably winning quite comfortably. Okay, goes queen a7. Thinking about, so I can go bishop c8 to trade the bishops. Yeah, I think I go here, and queen b8. I have queen c7. The queen a8. Maybe just queen d8 and we play an endgame with the 3 pieces for the 2 rooks. Credit goes to Varun, though. He's defended this extremely well. I thought I was just going to win this game easily, but now I'm having to actually kind of figure it out. Yeah, this is not trivial. Yeah, he plays queen a8. We're just gonna play an endgame, I guess. I block the diagonal, I take the bishop, and we're gonna, I mean, I should be winning with the 2 bishops and the knight for the 2 towers, but the show does go on. It's not like it's GG on the spot. I wonder if I missed a win. Yeah, probably here. Well, rook f3, queen a7, still a mate. Ah, no, it's not mate, because after takes, queen a7, rook g3, check. I can, who knows? Okay, so he takes, but that's effectively a resignation offer. Because now, I mean, if he's going to trade, I just have the bishop and the knight for the rook, and this is just very easily winning. Yeah, this is just very simple now. Very, very easy. Just go here, trade off some more rooks. Okay, so we're gonna get a win here in round 3, so we're gonna be on 2 points out of 3. And just go queen c5 here. As long as I don't blunder something huge, I'm gonna win. Covering this king side is very safe, so it's only a question of whether you can try to enter this way, but I can also run my king to the king side because he doesn't have any material over here. So he checks, so I'm gonna go king g7 here, and now I'll capture the pawn on h4 or play queen e5. I mean, there probably are 20 different ways to win, so I guess I'll just take, drop back, and just push p on the king side. Seems like probably the most simplistic way to win without allowing any weird counterplay, basically. As long as I don't let queens come off. So if queens come off, then he can start pushing these pawns. But if I don't let the queens come off, should be pretty easy. Like even knight g6 and just h4, h3. No big issues here for me. Just like h4, h3, h2, GG, why not? And if f4, I can just gobble and drop the juicer back. Let's go check. Gotta be careful he doesn't try to play rook d1 and cheese me. Otherwise, I mean, normally I would pre-move h3, but he could go rook d1 to cheese me. So now h3, and I think after h2, I mean, I guess he has rook h5. There's actually no mate. The knight holds the critical h8 square, so he can't get a checkmate. f4, I guess I'll just take the pawn. And just h2, h1. Call it the blues. Okay, he can still take and play rook g4, but it doesn't really do a whole lot. Actually, rook g4, I could maybe move my king, but we got the win, so we win the game. We move to 2 points out of 3. Yeah. 4 brilliant. Did I get brilliance? I don't know. Were those brilliant moves? Let's click on the analysis. Let's see. Were they brilliant? Okay, let's check the review. Here we go. Let's check the review. Yeah, not so good, by the way. 90.5. No, 3 brilliance here. 3 brilliance. What are the brilliance? Let's see. The brilliant moves that I have are okay, normal. h5 is a great move. That's weird. Okay. 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 Wait, where are the double? Wait, what are the 3 brilliant? Wait a second. What are the 3 brilliancies? Oh no, too many. Oh no, here are the brilliancies. Let's see. What do we have? Okay. So let's see. Okay, good. G takes h5 double exclam. Let's be real. Come on. Any other move and I lose, right? I think G takes h5 might be the only move that doesn't actually. I think if I play any other move, I'm losing the game, by the way. Let me see. So if I wasn't gonna play G takes h5, like let me think for a second. I'd probably go rook takes f3 and it's zeros. Okay, so rook takes f3 is zeros. What else can you play? Bishop h8, you're probably losing, right? Oh no, apparently I can play bishop a8 and still -1, of course. Bishop h8, obviously. Bishop to h8. Yes. Are there any other moves? Let me see if can I add another line? Other than bishop h8, is there any other move besides g takes h5 that is good? Like, I don't know. Is this good? Nope. Knight c4 is losing. Yeah, like it's literally bishop h8 or g takes h5, and of course g takes h5 is not a double exclam move. But let's see, what do we have? Bishop c8 is brilliant. I mean, again, there probably are like, is bishop c8 the only move? Let me see. Is queen c7? Queen c7 white's better. Okay. What else would I consider playing here? Like this? Okay, this is slightly better for white. Okay, I don't know why that's brilliant. Queen d8 is... I mean, I'm gonna give you guys my hot take again. Like, I know chess.com says they're working on this and everything, but here's my hot take of the day. This is one of the ways that for someone who's not a super strong chess player, you hook them in to play that extra game, to spend those extra 6, 10, 15 hour, 2 hours, 4 hours on chess.com every single day. This is how you hook them in, by saying these moves are brilliant. And they're like, for someone who's like a 1000 player, like, oh yeah, I played a brilliant move, let's go next game, and then you hook them. It's like the fishing reel. You keep hooking them, they keep playing. It's like, more brilliant moves. Okay, I got to keep playing. I'm playing brilliant moves. I'm playing great chess. Let's keep going. So it's very sneaky, very sneaky. Now I know chess.com says that's not what it is, and they're working on the system, but I'm gonna be honest, you guys, when I see these brilliant moves, I'm like, it's a way of hooking. It's a way of hooking the casual player in. Positive reinforcement is sneaky. I think it's sneaky to try and get people to think they're playing brilliant moves and positively make them want to keep going more and more and more. So I don't know if this is going to get clipped or not, but yeah, sometimes they're brilliant. I'm sure some are brilliant, but let's be honest. If you were to look at this game, the only move that I would say was brilliant by me potentially was rook takes c3. Rook takes c3 is the only move that I as a human grandmaster would say that I think is a brilliant move. Yeah. So I'm gonna be honest. Rook takes c3 is the only move that I would maybe say is a brilliant move that I played in this game. Everything else is good, but nothing super out of this world. So oh, I got some message in Slack. Not supposed to play. So apparently, yeah, not supposed to play in this event, even though chess.com sent out an email saying that you can play. Okay. Yeah.